To those people who have literally worked their entire careers in a cubicle, how are you doing? I spent 13 years in an open plan office, but it was a very small office, 3-5 people. I then spent only 3 months in a cubicle before COVID. It sucked pretty hard. I couldn't focus and got fussed at for whistling while listening to music. Before returning in person, I had picked up another role with an office. I now have somewhat of a corner office even. I manage a customer-facing team of 14, so it's a bit of a revolving door, but I have the ability to shut the door from meetings, which is great. My entire career is only 6 years of time. It's decent, not nearly as much fun as I had working manual labor with my brother for my dad's company, but there are those days when it's 100 degrees or below freezing where I can chuckle to myself, but I no longer have to deal with that. There's also a lot more of benefits. I did however express interest in field work, and now I'm the go-to guy when the inspection department needs another man in the field. It's kinda the best of both worlds. I went back to the cube farm after 15 years of being behind an office door. Much happier in the cube. The big plus is that I have no direct reports. It turns out after spending 15 years supervising other people, I hate supervising other people. Now I do my work, update my boss once per week, log off, and go home. No performance reviews, no direct reports griping and crying on my desk about whatever, no working after hours to cover vacations. Not well. It's demeaning, and the disconnected CEO sits in his ivory tower making $10 million. You're telling us WFH isn't good enough. So I sit in my beige cube from 1992 and take Zoom calls all day with people sitting 200 feet away because one person is in a different office and sometimes we need to screen share. We had a record-breaking year for profit, but I'm 7 down compared to inflation over the past 3 years. I've got a stable, high-paying, flexible job. I'm in a corner cubicle, so I have a couple of windows with fantastic views. I have a lot of control over my own workload and I don't have to manage anyone. My work is interesting and beneficial to society. I've been there 15 years and have had some big promotions, and still have upward potential. I'm doing just fine. I absolutely love my cubicle, but I really like my own space. Office moved to a more open floor plan with lower cubes and I hated it. You could hear everyone, and sales guys would regularly walk down the path talking to anyone who would listen. Give me a cave-like Milton Stapler guy in office space with dim lighting and no visitors and I love it. Cubicles are not that bad. There is nothing worse than so-called open modern friendly co-working space. Nightmare for anyone that actually has to think and focus at their work. Company I work at spent fortune on it and now spends another fortune on consultants to figure out why a majority of workers still avoids working from office. Been 7 years in a cubicle so far and it's fine. Can put my head down and work when needed, but able to talk to my coworkers quite easily on issues when needed. That said, I'm missing a wall to my cube as it is occupied by a supporting pillar column. That's a downside, but I've come to accept my pillar. Damn, I wish I had a cubicle. These open floor plans are the worst. I have no interest seeing what my neighbor is doing and being so close to so many people, especially flu season. I hope cubicles come back. Also love all the storage you get when you have your own cubicle as well. I've been cubing it since 1993. Doing well, interesting career with self-directed changes when I felt like I needed them. Work from home a couple of days per week. Time for hobbies and money for vacations. Nothing to complain about. I've been working in a cubicle for 1 year and I'm losing my damn mind. I love this job, but I really miss working in a room with walls. I've been given permission to work from home more, so I'm gonna make a kick-ass home office. Overweight, had hip replaced at 40, completely burned out 2 years ago, so quit job, sold everything and moved to Brazil. Right now I'm sitting in a pool thinking I should put more sunblock on. Just started my career in a cubicle as an intern for the government. They call it the cubicle farm. I want to eventually work to have my own office. Or work from home more often. Honestly pretty good. 6 years in finance FPA. Just scored my first manager job with direct reports. Great team, great pay and benefits and solid paternity and vacation leave. Cubicle farms greatly increased my mental health issues. I felt like a pinned hog. Open floor plans are much better, but I'm hoping one day I'll have my own space with a door. Romantic face. Fine, I guess. Just reading this made me realize that I have indeed worked my entire career in a cubicle. I had never thought of it that way before, I guess. Cubicles suck until they tear them down and make you work shoulder to shoulder in an open office. That's when they suddenly don't seem so bad. I assume they're all dead as no being worthy of inclusion in the term people could bear such a pointless and degrading existence for long. Not my entire career, only the last 5 years. I miss moving around and doing stuff. I'm lucky to do 2 hours of work a day these days. I love my cozy cube. I've had a cubicle most every job except a couple where I had my own office, and it's really not that depressing. Best shape of my life, money in the bank, able to take a vacation every year, plenty of time off. Yeah, not too bad honestly. I had a killer cube overlooking a major road in a large city. Awesome views. Anytime POTUS was in town I had a great view. Cube is better than office. That said, I wish I could retire. My butt hurts even at my healthy weight. I make a ton of money and pretty fulfilled BC. I work in creative industries. Pretty much Tintin. COVID got me an office. I'd been in a cube for 8 years before that. So much more satisfied. I love it. Print some random stuff and no one will hear you jerk it. I think I hate every single minute of it, but I'm not totally sure. My wrists hurt sometimes, but other than that doing pretty good. I never minded a cubicle as long as I didn't have to share. Awesome. I love having a cubicle, my own little space.